I'm restarting this video because I just put my list out. That's my line there. Oh look, this first video is probably going to be a little weird because it's been a while since I've soaped. So, alright, so we are making what I call destinations. It smells very fruity, very tropical. So I don't know why, but for some reason it makes me think of Mardi Gras, like as in Mardi Gras in Rio. You know, is there a Mardi Gras in Rio? In my head there's a Mardi Gras in Rio, so I feel like it's just Mardi Gras all the time in Rio, but you know, I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. Oh, and I'm turning my head and talking to the laptop, which is in the opposite direction of the microphone. But anyway, so what I thought I might do is I might just make a white soap, and then, but do it in layers, and then put, no, they're not actually on camera. Oh, why the hell? Oh, my marks are off a smidge. No, it doesn't matter. And then put a colour, a different colour between each layer. So, I do not know if this is going to work, because I don't know if I can get that many layers. But we can only try these things. Deary me. So, the weather in Australia right now, well, in my part of Australia, is so weird. Like, we had the fires, right? And we're still having the fires. I shouldn't say we had the fires, because we're still having fires and they're still absolutely devastating. But here we had the fires a while back and things are all pretty safe now. Not pretty safe, they are safe now. The likelihood that... Oh, see, in saying that, the bush closest to us didn't burn, so technically, I don't know why I'm cleaning that, technically it could catch on fire again, but you know, it's unlikely. But anyway, then we've had all these scorching hot friggin' days since then, and then the last 2 days, it's piss down rain. And like, last night it was crazy, it never stopped, and it was like super full on. And today we've got flash flood warnings. It's like, what the hell? And yeah, and it was like 23 degrees in the shop and I was freezing because I've got like shin length tights and a singlet on, but I was freezing, and now the sun's kinda out and it's stinking freaking hot. I think, I don't know, someone said, oh look, here's the switch for Australian weather, let's put on wacky. And that's what happened. And I give this a bit of a, whatever I call that, a zhuzh. Maybe they found the Australia weather switch and went, let's put it on Lee mode, which is just all over the place. Now, I cannot for the life of me remember what this fragrance does. I don't think I actually know, it's not even written there. This is ready for a lot of them to be written on. So, seems like all I do is write these days. And I told you guys I was writing a book. I told you that a few videos back now, because this is, yeah, it'll definitely be a few videos back. So if you weren't listening, I'm writing a soap making book. Well, not only am I writing a soap making book, but I've pretty much finished. I've only got like maybe 2 chapters of things to go, and they're only like not like, I've done all of like the in-depth stuff like sat values and how to make recipes from just sat values or using soap calculator, and I've included as much as I could possibly think of. So okay, so now this is going to be a layered soap, isn't it? So, oh yes, look, fingernails on white stuff from, I had gloves on before because I can't, like you guys know, I can't stand oil on my fingers, so I had gloves on, but it's too hot, they got sweaty, I had to take them off. It was really gross. Trust me, you do not want to see me soap with gloves on. it's really foul. So, so what I'm thinking is I might just put the fragrance in there now. And if it gets too thick, well, then I'll just have a white soap. That'll be shit, won't it? Okay, what about instead, let me just think about this for a minute. So we need a layer and then orange, a layer and then yellow. Ooh, that's not very clean. A layer and then green, a layer and then blue, and a layer then purple, then a layer. Now 6 layers, people. We can do 6 layers. Because I don't want the top, I don't want purple sitting on the top. I want it to be white on the top, and then we can do something to the top. Ta-da. Oh, I know what we can do to the top. We can use my non-eco glitters. So I got lectured today. So whatever. You go ahead, you lecture me. I don't even care. Yeah, so someone messaged me on Facebook, private message, and yeah, linked me an article to how plastic is you know, killing the environment and blah blah blah. Like, I mean, I already know this. Hello? And when eco glitter isn't like super expensive, then I'll start buying it. Until then, shut the hell up. If you don't like my soaps, don't buy them. Oh. Yeah, I looked carried away there, didn't I? With my high horse. No, look, seriously. I understand this. I do understand you have a problem with people using glitter, but you do not actually need to go around and just friggin' lecture people on it. Like, you know, keep your fucking opinion to yourself. I just was not amused. You know, I'm more than happy to tell everyone my opinion, but when someone tries to force theirs down my throat, although seriously, I would not go into someone's friggin' personal messages and say, oh, you know, I do. Maybe she thought she was just doing the right thing. It's possible. People like to think they're doing the right thing all the time. They generally aren't, but whatever. So I just replied and said, yeah, no, I don't use, at this point in time, I don't use eco glitter, because I don't. Well, in saying that, you want to know something really funny? Those ones I just showed you are eco glitter, so there you go. And they're also expensive. Amanda said that she was going to look into getting eco glitters this year for my Mica Obsession. If she gets them and they're not too expensive, I will get them instead. But I really don't feel that that my use of glitters is killing an overly large amount of marine life. Well, maybe it is, and I'm just oblivious. Who knows? I don't want to wipe that on there because I can see that there's a bit of... That'll do. That will do. Calm down. I've actually run out of space over here. Now, let's put a little bit of stuff in here and see how that goes. Probably rices or does something really stupid. I'll have to stick blend them all. I'll get down off my high horse now. Calm the hell down. Yes, I even realised I swore there at one point. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not thickening up like massively or anything. What I think I'll do is I'll just fragrance them one at a time, and that way, if they do thicken, they won't be doing it whilst we are... Oh, some glitter. Like, oh, there's all these black speckles in there. What's that? Yeah, it's glitter. It's probably going to kill a marine animal. No, I'm probably not going to let that go. it's just, I sometimes wonder why, you know, soap makers and crafters get the brunt of these things when it's generally, you know, we're little timers. You know, the amount of glitter I use in the big picture probably doesn't make that much difference. I mean, it may. It is something that if I was making that big of a difference, I probably should know and probably should change. But you know, it's like, is this same woman now going to go to, you know, a big company and say the same thing to them, or is she just doing it to me because I'm just a little person and she feels like she can, you know? I don't know, it's kind of just, you know, it's kind of like, you know, climate change being such a big thing, and it's being caused by big companies, and yet we get picked on for, you know, the dickhead crazy vegans will say, oh, because you eat a steak, you're contributing to the, you know, I mean, anyway, I'm doing it again. I'm having another channel for this, not this channel. I'm sorry, I'll get off this topic. Okay. Alright, so I rewatched Avengers Endgame last night. So how's that for a good change of topic? Now, I hadn't seen this for ages. I've only seen it when it came out at the movies and hadn't watched it again. Didn't realise, went, oh, I'll watch that again. Was that the stupidest thing ever or what? Okay, so, a little bit of backstory. My favourite character, pretty much, in the Marvel Universe, and you're going to think this is weird, although you know who it is if I say, if you've watched this channel enough. It's Rocket. Rocket is my favourite character. I love Rocket. I know it's weird. I don't care. He's Rocket, and he's just the best little fella ever. I love him. I empathise with Rocket. He feels alone in the universe. He feels different. He doesn't feel like he belongs. And all he longs for is people to love and accept him the way he is. But he doesn't really like people. So, I mean, if there was a cartoon character made that represented me, I think it's Rocket Raccoon. So, or raccoon, as we like to say here in Australia. But anyway, yeah. So, I started watching friggin' Endgame last night, and I had forgotten pretty much everything. Now I'm going to pour this on my spatula, so try not to break through that orange layer. Oh, now it's raining again. I've fart-assed around for way too long because this is thickening up. So yeah, so I'd basically forgotten everything that had happened in Infinity Wars, right? You know, I forgot who was gone, who wasn't gone, who was actually gone, like forever ever gone, and yeah, so anyway, so at the start when Captain Marvel brings Nebula and Tony Stark back to Earth, and then a Rocket walks out and sits down on the steps of the spaceship, and I just burst into tears because I'd forgotten, because that's what made me cry at the end of Infinity Games was Rocket was all alone. Poor Rocket, he's all alone again, and it's like the worst thing ever for poor little Rocket. See, I'm so weird. I'll own it because I know how weird it is. But it's this little Rocket. Yeah, so that had me more than any part of that entire movie was, yeah, Rocket. because I don't like Captain America. Yeah, I really, really don't like Captain America. I've never liked Captain America. I don't like that whole the holier than thou, in God we trust and in America we trust, and see, I'm not American. If I was American, and probably if I was raised religious, I'd probably like Captain America. However, I am neither. So, yeah. But yes. Although Tony hugging Spider-Man, that's always a teary moment. So, good old Pete. I could say he's related to me because my last name's Parker. I did actually think about calling one of my kids Peter. Honestly, I did. I'm kind of glad I didn't, and I wish I kind of had of, because like when I had all my kids, they weren't really making Marvel movies back then. So, you know, Spider-Man, not a lot of people knew who Peter Parker was. So, although I suppose a lot of people knew who Peter Parker was, but not like everybody now knows who Spider-Man is. So I could have got away with it more than now, but I think if I had have done it, whichever kid it was would get so stirred up now as an adult for, you know, having that name. This is a little thick to get out, so I have to push it out with a spatula, so I'm not actually being able to pour it onto the spatula once I get to that point. So these layers are not going to be perfectly straight, I don't think. I don't know, you guys probably should be able to hear that rain almost. I've got the window open up the top there. Christ, it's hot. I tell you what. Phew. Bloody Australia. It's just a mental country. Seriously? Bloody mental. Alright, green. Orange Pop, Wellington, Lime Spider, Sapphire Sea and Purple Pizzazz. Those are the colours that I'm using. As you can see, I'm now going a lot quicker than I was before, because I know that these are starting to set up over here. And I don't want to wreck this because it's gone so well so far that I would like it to look nice all the way to the top if I can. So yeah. Oh, I watched The Witcher. That was friggin' awesome. Hello. Even if it had been the stupid story, so I'm pretty sure I've read I'm pretty sure I've read The Witcher. Like, because I was like, oh yeah, when we started talking about all the different races, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I've read this. And then someone says, oh no, it's based on a game, and I'm like, are you sure? Because I feel like this is a book. And then I looked into it, and sure enough, it's a game based on books. So I'm going to guess I actually did read the books, which doesn't surprise me. I've read a lot of books. Yes, but I mean, Henry Cavill with long white hair, does it get much better? Really? I don't think it does. Well, naked would be better. He was mostly naked in that bathtub. But I enjoyed it. I would watch another season of it, so I don't know what's happening with that. It's not really something I would take that much notice of. It's like, oh yeah, it was good, but yeah. What else have I watched recently? Still watching a lot of Korean dramas. Oh, I've been watching a lot of, I told you this, a lot of Thai. They're called BL dramas. If you don't know what BL means, you might not want to know. It means boys love. It's not, it's God almighty, that sounds like I'm watching child porn. It's not. It's generally they're gay dramas. They're, instead of having a boy and a girl as the lead, it's a boy and a boy, and they're usually set like above 18, in ages above 18, or like in college, or even older. So, but yeah, so I've been watching a lot of those and enjoying them. Obviously, I wouldn't keep watching them if I wasn't enjoying them. God, what am I doing? Quick! I've just watched Than Type, which was really good. What else have I watched? Until We Meet Again, which is still on, and that's just tearing my heart out, that one. This is synthetic, and you can actually see how much finer this is as it's going on. It makes for a much better pencil line. Wow, look at that. So it'll be interesting to see if the purple's the same, because it's a synthetic as well. The other three were not. Alright. Alright, come on. 2 left. We can do this without wrecking it. Ooh. This last one's going to have probably a little bit more fragrance in it than all of the others. I may not have measured those out perfectly correctly. Perfectly correctly, no. Just correctly would probably be right. Oh, it smells so good, guys. Oh, so good. Alright. That's so thick now. Oh no, it's so thick. Hopefully it'll be fine. It's not the fragrance. It's just because it's hot here today and my soap batter is setting up, so it's definitely not the fragrances. Wasn't in there long enough to do that, so it's okay. It's just this last colour might not be perfectly flat. I don't know if any of them will be perfectly flat, so okay, what we'll do. Phew, it's so hot. Oh, now it's not raining anymore. Ooh, probably didn't need that much. Yeah, again, this is a lot finer. So I'm going to suggest that synthetic micas, if you're going to do mica lines, use the synthetics. Amanda said that, I mean, not that I have a lot of Australian viewers, but for those of you that are, Amanda said she was going, I think she said she was going to try and get more synthetics in this year. I know that she was going to do a lot more things this year, so it might have even been on the My Mica Obsession Facebook page. She might have done a post, or it could have been Instagram. It'll be one of the two. If you want to have a look for yourself, go and have a look. You should follow her. Just go and follow her anyway. What's I going to say? Oh, I don't know. I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. Must have been the lights, what my mum would always say. Which is so stupid. It's like the stupidest wives' tale. There's a lot in there. I'm not going to put it all in there, because it's just too much for that little amount of soap, so. It just, I actually mixed up more than 3%. I mixed up nearly 4% anyway, so I've probably almost just taken it back to 3%, so funny that. Funny how things happen. The reason I haven't started the new channel yet, you want to know this, here's the stupidity. Here's the tea, people. I bought the same microphone as what I use down here, which is the Neewer. The brand name is Neewer, N-E-W-E-R. That's like a NW800, I think. And down here, in the laptop, although I always have the laptop plugged into the power, yeah, down here I just plugged the microphone in and it worked. That was it. There was nothing to do. Anyway, so I thought, well, that's great. So I bought one for home because I actually prefer it. I had a Blue Snowball, but I hated that microphone. Always hated that microphone. So I gave that to Brie because she was talking about maybe doing her own channel at some point. I said, well, here you go. Here's a microphone you can start off with, and if you like it, you can keep it. If not, you can do what I did and find a better one. It's really better to start off with free stuff if you're just starting out on something, I reckon. And hang on, I'm gonna bang. Oh, whatever. There's more soap on the bench than off now. Oh yeah, and I'm not making smell me's anymore because I make righto. Because I make little containers with melt and pour in them now. So, all right. So this is a nice soap on the inside, not nice colourful soap on the inside. So what are we going to do to the top, guys? We have lines, so we know where we can put things. Now I could just put bowls on there, but that's kind of boring. I don't want to texture it because I don't want to pull into that mica line. So, I'll clean that up later. We're already 27 minutes in. God, no wonder I've managed to talk about everything. Oh. Oh. I have unicorn heads. Yeah, fuck it, they'll do. Oh, I just swore again. Wow. I'm not sure what's wrong with me. They smell like lemongrass and Persian lime, I think. Something like that. Energy, they might be. Should I? Yeah, too late now. I'm going to set them so that because they're like that, I'm going to set them back a little bit. I just have to do that straight. Okay, so I have absolutely no freaking clue what these would have to do with Mardi Gras. I have got Monstera leaves, I've just realised, down in the cupboard. I probably should have used those because they'll be more like Rio, but whatever. Okay, I'm going to get some super glittery, oh, shit balls. I know what we were doing to the top. Yeah, I do say shit balls a lot, don't I? Okay. I said to Brie, I don't say it that much. She goes, yeah, you do. Oh, it's just sticking to my fingers. It's just sticking to my fingers. I can't get it off. Fine. And if I sprinkle it with a spoon, it's just not going to work. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, fine, it'll work with a spoon. Shut up. You doubters. Is he doubting me like that? I'm talking to the voices in my head, not you guys. Oh dear, I'm sorry, I'm such a doofus sometimes. But seriously, this is who I am. I don't think it's ever going to change. I'm 50 now. The likelihood that's going to change is pretty freaking slim. Alright, that's very cool. That's way too much on top of that. That's like the sparkliest unicorn of all. Wait. I need something. Are they smaller? Or is it just the exact same thing? I think it's just the exact same thing, honestly. This one is a bit different colour though. Not that you can tell. No, I'm not going to worry about that. I might use a bit of this though, because this has got other colours in it and smaller size sparkles and all sorts of shit. So I don't know how much of this is actually going to stick to the stop of the soap. There, tongue twisters going on over here. Top of the soap. It's because I'm melting. It's too hot. It's too hot for soaps. And I've got another 5 to make. Well, I said I was going to make 6 soaps today, but I feel like it's already 3 o'clock and I finished at 1. It's pretty unlikely. Some sparkly glitter. This way. Sparkly glitters for everything. I will do a close-up of the top of this one because it's so worth it. Put some in this way as well. So good. Do some. This is the door, which I don't know if anything's going to come out. Also, I hear a lot of people talk about mad micas in the States a lot. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to just put in an order. Bugger it. Let's just see what they're like. Yeah, $86 shipping. I'm not putting in an order. And that was for like 5 micas. So no, not happening. Alright, mess. Okay, I will leave the mess and just say goodbye to you guys because that's kind of more important. I will see you. Oh yes, I'll do a close-up and then we'll come back for the car. I'll have to come down here tomorrow then. That's alright. I can do that. I'll do that for you guys. Just for you guys. No one else. Just for you. Right. Bye. Hello, I've been a bit naughty. I kind of didn't come and cut soap yesterday, so these are made on Saturday afternoon. It's now Monday afternoon, so they're solid. Oh, that's gonna be, that one's gonna be kind of close. I'm gonna have to just, oh well, I tipped his horn a little bit there, so I can see that this has discolored, and I've also probably put drag marks in this because this is big ass glitter. So oh, there you go, interesting. I think they're steric spots. I don't think they're cutting spots. You see a little drag mark there. It's alright. Because it's discoloured, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it's something different. So, and the unicorns are super cute. So, it's very sticky. Very, very sticky. Which, as I have said to you guys before, if I leave my soaps in the mould for too long, they get super sticky. So, I'm going to get myself a paper towel. Oh, I'll need it to wipe the sweat off probably in a minute. I mean, it's not super hot, it's only 30, but it's so humid because we've had rain. Oh, yeah, we've had rain, and I have no internet. Look at this, how dark that is through there. It's gelled, you can see that it's gelled. I mean, it's so friggin' hot, it would have been a surprise if it hadn't have gelled. So, yeah, you can see that it's gelled. But yeah, they definitely look more like steric spots than cutting spots, which doesn't surprise me because I let everything cool down a lot. It's not a problem. So yeah, but yeah, how cute! Look at the unicorns. It's colourful, like, you know, I mean, the lines are nice and colourful, so I'll give it that. But anyway, oh, so sticky, it's so sticky. Super sticky. They're all looking exactly the same. I'm not entirely sure why I'm showing you all of them, but because that's what we do. So I think this was the one that I was most looking forward to cutting. I didn't come back and do any yesterday. I just wasn't in the mood to leave the house, so I didn't. I'm gonna go and pick up my sewing machine shortly. Yay! Although he said he couldn't find anything wrong with it. He said it didn't do what you said it did. I was like, that'd be bloody right, wouldn't it? I'll get it back and it'll probably do the same freaking thing. But he's got the fellow who fixed it, said there's a 3-month warranty on his work. So he said if it happens anytime in the next 3 months, take it out into him. It's free of charge. So that's pretty good. I mean, someone who's willing to warranty their work for at least 3 months is good, because most people, you know, would just say, oh well, I fixed it and it's not working again, so that's another $100. So anyway, that's it. I don't have little smell me's to pop out anymore because I don't make them anymore. So that's it. Alright, I'll see you for the next one. Bye.